Good afternoon, elites. Today, oh man, we start with a full throwback. If you were here when that one started, you're real. You're a real one for sure. 166. Welcome back. So I like games. I think they're fun. Last episode, right at the end, I initiated a little game. I said, take a guess. In the next episode, we're going to be working on a farm. What will the farm be? What could it be? Of course, the farm is a continuation of the Great Upgrade. Definitely. Some people took their guesses, and if you said slime farm, you are completely wrong. I have no clue why you would have thought that. Of course not. No. That doesn't make sense. Today, it is finally iron farm time. Haha, man, I wish it were a joke, but I definitely don't at the same time because this is long overdue. That's right. Today, not a prank or anything like that. It's iron farm episode time. For the longest time, the iron has been a situation in this world. You could put it that way. By the end of today's episode, the situation, it'll have a completely different angle. Minecraft Guide 166 is all about iron farm. I mean, also a glowberry vine grew, which is pretty cool, but iron farm. In between episodes, before this episode, I got all of the materials, basically. To build today's iron farm, this is basically what we're gonna need. I mean, we're gonna change some of the blocks out and do some different stuff, but like, these are the stuff, or this is basically all of it, excuse me. But you see, basically. Funny thing, 9 hoppers. Funny thing, 9 hoppers. Yeah, that's real funny. Alright, so I guess you could say that up until now, since the reset, I've been keeping it light when it comes to iron, but definitely not by the end of today's episode. By the end of the episode, right behind me in the air, will be an iron farm, and this iron farm is a good farm. It will give me a ton of iron really quickly, and automatically too. It's going to be pretty sweet. So inside of that chest are basically all the materials that I need to build the iron farm, but not everything. There are 2 more big things that I definitely wouldn't be able to put inside of a chest that we're going to need today. We're going to need a zombie, which is going to be pretty easy. We run around at nighttime and, you know, get a zombie. But we're also going to need 3 villagers. Minimum 3 villagers for this farm, maximum 3 villagers. So it's only 3, which isn't too bad. 3 should be pretty easy to get, but I have a problem. Right now, I have 2 villagers. That is 1 too short. That's not good. I swear, I promise I can count, definitely. I have 2 villagers right now, and I need 3. Now, little problem. These 2 villagers, they count, but at the same time, they also kind of don't count at all. These are villagers for sure, and they're actual, but if I were to move these 2 villagers and then 1 more up inside of an iron farm, I would not be able to get any more villagers over here, which is bad. So basically, long story short, what I'm saying here is to start everything off, we need to breed these villagers. Now, breeding these villagers is going to be pretty simple. All we really need are 3 beds, 2 villagers, and a little bit of food. I don't have food yet, but 2 villagers, 3 beds, check. If you enjoyed today's episode, leave a like, and if you aren't subscribed, you should definitely subscribe. Brand new video every single day for free. Now, villagers, 3 bread, there you go. 3 bread, there you go. Take the bread. No, go pick up the bread, please, and do the thing. Okay, fine. 3 bread. There you go. I'll take that. Do the thing. So for today, I highly considered setting up some kind of villager breeder before the episode, but I just honestly think it's kind of a waste of time. We could just do it the manual way. I think the villagers are already going for it. Nice. Very nice. You can't resist each other. I mean, with a forehead like that, I don't blame you at all. Look at that. Brand new baby. Perfect. Off to a solid start. The iron farm that we'll be building in today's episode is an original design. I designed this design, and it's really efficient. I really like this iron farm. It's also pretty simple. Of course, to kick everything off today, first we need to find a spot for the build. Now, good news, right now at the base, I could build this farm basically anywhere. I don't have anything around the base that would mess with the farm at all, aside from the 2 villagers and where they are right now, but that doesn't really matter. I could move them really anywhere I want to. I don't have anything in the way of this iron farm. There are 2 things that I need to consider. Other villagers in the area, which right now I don't really have any, and I don't have any plans for a specific villager build anywhere, and also being loaded in. For the farm to work, it needs to be loaded in. I highly recommend putting it in like a central spot. I'm not going to put it in the center though. I'm going to put it in right over here. I think it's going to be a pretty good spot. We'll put it up in the air, and it should be good. It should pretty much always be loaded in over here. To control the iron golem spawning, we'll build this farm up in the air. They'll spawn on a platform, be moved with water again, then they'll fall all the way down to the ground. We'll take them out with lava. Very tragic. And then we'll have all the drops and profit. Is it ethical? No. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. My goal is to have a removal area sitting somewhere in this spot right here, which means to start, we're going to go off to the back of this farm and start building up. Now, we're going to want to build up like 20 or so blocks. Today, though, I'm going to switch it up, and I'm going to go like... Actually, no, I'm not going to switch it up. I'm going to start by going like 20 or so blocks into the air. Something like this spot right here should be pretty good. This is going to be the center of the farm. Now, I need to think about the blocks that I want down below this farm, which is deep slate. And realize that I don't have any deep slate in my inventory. I have the beds, though, which is cool, but I don't have the real building blocks. I left them in the chest. Okay. Of course. What's the best type of deep slate? Well, of course, tiled deep slate. It looks really good. What's another good type of deep slate? chiseled deep slate. This stuff looks pretty good too. This block is the start of our farm. Looking around over here, the ground is not in the way. That's good. We might take out some of the trees just to be safe. This is going to be the center of the farm. And then what we're going to do is place 3 temporary blocks coming off of the side like that and get the slabs. Deep slate tiles, they look so amazing. We're going to build out like this, 3 blocks right there. Then we're going to go over here and do the same thing, 3 blocks right here. And then we're going to do the same thing over there, 3 blocks. Now this iron farm design, this is my 1.17 iron farm design, but good news, good news. As in 2 huge bits of good news that I have for you. If you've already built this farm in 1.16, it should be good. This is basically the exact same farm with a few modifications and adjustments. It's good. And also even more good news, if you're looking for a faster version of this tutorial, card on screen right now. I have a step-by-step tutorial where I literally just build the iron farm, no survival stuff or anything like that. If you're looking for a quick tutorial, check out that video. So I just speed placed a ton of glass. Like there's literally glass all over this farm. You don't need to use glass. I like to use glass because you can see in it. I think it looks pretty good. We're gonna need 3 beds, 1 bed in every chamber, so that's gonna mean 1 right there, 1 more bed right there, and then finally the last bed right there. These are basically where the villagers live. This in the middle is gonna be where the zombie lives. Where the zombie lives, we're gonna put water right there. Then we're gonna actually put solid block, solid block, solid block, solid block, and then a couple more blocks right here. Okay, so first I forgot the blocks. Now I ran out of blocks. I ran out of glass, so I need to get down from here. What I'm going to try and do to make my life a little bit easier, I guess, is start a staircase, jump down, and I'll go back up and finish the staircase. We're going to run a rail line up here to get the villagers up. It's the fastest way. See, this would definitely start to turn the game into like a mod or something, but building straight down is kind of difficult. Imagine if there was like a grappling hook or something where you could like hook onto a block and like hang down a little bit so you could place some blocks on the bottom. That would be kind of cool. Kind of like a mod, though, for sure, but also cool. Speaking of cool, glowberries, right here, finally. All of these other ones failed, though, so we try again, and I hope it grows back this time. Villagers, how are you? A small child, that's great. Add an extra bed, add 2 extra beds, and then give these villagers some more food, and they should be able to breed again. So there you go, 3 pieces of bread, and hey, my other one, come over, no, okay. I'm actually super excited to get this build in today, too. So I'm planning on leaving the iron farm pretty much just like a shell. I think they look really cool in the air, but the big thing is that there's a new build in here. It's like another build adding to the base. It feels even more like filled out, and it feels great and everything, and I don't know, I just really like it. I love adding onto the base. So anyways, right now I'm building a staircase. This staircase is going to be great for a couple different things. Getting up and down onto the build, that's going to be way easier after the staircase. Moving villagers up there, it's going to be great, and moving a zombie up there too, very simple after we get the staircase in. Staircase is going to be a straight shot too, just like that, which is going to make our life even easier, and check this out. It actually ends up being pretty close to where the villagers are right now. But that's enough of the villagers for now. I think at the next nighttime, I'm going to wait up and try and get a zombie, so I'm going to close that off all the way so no zombies can get inside of the thing, and I added light in there, so it's nice and safe. Should be good. Maybe when we come back, there'll be more villagers. To keep the zombie from despawning inside of this thing, we're going to need to give it a name. So really, the name doesn't matter at all. It's insignificant. All that the name tag is doing is keeping the zombie from despawning. I think I've cooked up a little bit of something.
Yeah, I feel pretty good about this.
Now that the glass finished smelting up, and I think I have enough, I probably should, I can finish up these chambers though. So the chambers need to have walls around them to keep the villagers inside of them, and the walls need to be 3 blocks tall. The villagers are surprisingly tall. They basically need to be able to get up and down on top of the bed. For iron golems to actually spawn inside of this thing, couple conditions need to be met. Condition number 1 is going to be zombie, which is what we're going to work on right now because it's becoming nighttime. So what we're going to do is cover this up with some temporary blocks and try and funnel a zombie right into this spot right here. To make it happen, pretty easy. We'll build some walls right around this thing, and then we'll add a trap door right here and open it. We should be able to basically walk right across this thing, open this thing up, and then the zombie will try and copy me and fall right inside of this thing. Hopefully. Put more blocks there so I don't fall. And we should be good. All we need to do is find a zombie. Iron Golem spawning on Java Edition is insanely easy to understand. Bedrock, not exactly the case. It's very strange, but Java, very easy. Basically, 2 conditions. We need 3 villagers near a zombie, and they need to see the zombie. They need to be freaking out. And also, the villagers need to have slept in a little while. They need to be able to sleep, and they need to be able to see a zombie. To see a zombie, all we need to do is find one. We should be able to run around, and any second here, we should find a zombie just standing around. Here we go, perfect, a random zombie. So it's your call. You could get the zombie inside of the farm first, or you could get the villagers inside of the farm first. To be honest, it doesn't really make a difference. We won't have the farm running yet anyways. But personally, I think it's a little bit easier to get the zombie inside of the farm first, then we'll block it off so the villagers don't even know it's there. Should follow me, yes, perfect. All we have to do is run up this staircase right here. Zombie is going to keep following me, and we need to be on the other side of this thing. Now, the water down inside of this thing is going to keep the zombie from burning, and then the name tag, you need to have this on you, is going to keep the zombie from despawning. So, fall. Perfect. Name. So now the zombie has a name. It's a name, and we're going to block it off. We can get rid of all of these temporary blocks right in here, and we can get rid of these ones. And make sure you put light inside of your villager cells, or else a zombie could spawn inside of here, and it would be bad. It wouldn't be good. All right, so we're good. We have the zombie inside of the farm, which means villagers are next, but definitely not at night. Last episode, when we were working on our beacon, I got a ton of extra gold. This actually worked out perfectly. I didn't even consider this, but I need the gold for the powered rails. We're going to use a bunch of powered rails to just send the villagers straight up this incline. So right now in the daytime, this is what our farm looks like. We have 3 chambers. Each chamber has a bed and a light source inside of it, and in the middle we have a zombie. Now, it looks like I might have accidentally taken out a block above the zombie. We should keep that zombie fully contained. But this is what the farm looks like. We need to get the villagers inside of it. And like I said, to get the villagers inside of this thing, minecarts. Now, the villager chamber sits a little bit higher up. Instead of having this thing go down and then back up, I think what we'll do is just build a bridge like this and then have it go straight up. Then what I'll do is I'll do a bunch of powered rails on the incline. This will make it insanely easy. The villagers should get shot right up here, and then we just drop it right into the cell. So power down there, looks like we need a little bit more. I think we could do like right there, and that should hopefully finish the whole thing off. It looks like it does. This is all powered. That's powered too. Okay, we're good. We put a minecart right there. We take this out just in case. We don't want this to get away. And now we need to get inside of this thing and get a baby villager, or a grown-up one, I guess, into the minecart. So you, sir, just cooperate. No, please, just cooperate into the, no, okay, fine, you will come with, okay, somebody's got to come with me into the minecart. We need 1 villager inside of the minecart, then we need to block this up. I don't want my villagers getting outside of the thing. Listen, just cooperate really quick. It's quick, it's painless, it's easy. Okay, all right, well, it's loose now. All right, this isn't too bad. The villager went over here to the stonecutter, decided to work there. We don't want that to happen. Put the villager in the boat, and we'll try again. Yeah, so having boats is a really good idea. Villagers kind of like to do their own thing. Yeah, definitely. And if you have boats, you can catch the villagers and stop them from moving. All right, minecart, come with me. For real this time. I think go over here and take this away. The villager should lose his job. Maybe put that right back over there. Get you outside of the boat and go to the new job. No. Yes, go to the new job. The new job is right there. As long as we can get this villager close to it, I might be able to push the villager into the minecart. Come on. Go to the minecart. No, trust me. You really want to go up there. So close. All right, look. I make a minor adjustment for you and you're gone. Goodbye, villager. This is perfect. And villager number 1 is inside of this thing. So we take the minecart away from the villager. Villager should forget his job pretty quickly here, and is trapped there forever. Now, eventually, the villager should forget his job. Doesn't need a job for this thing to actually work. We're good. Now all we need to do is run this rail line over to the next one. So next up, I think what I'm going to do is send my villager over to this cell. This cell should be pretty easy. All we need to do is build up above the villager, and then drop another one right inside of that thing. We need to do the same exact system, except small problem. The villagers over here are not cooperating. They are not making a new baby. 3 more bread for you. Come on. Please. It worked so well the first. Yes, exactly. Okay, this is good. This is great. So this time, hopefully it should go a little bit easier. If we put this right here and then maybe that right there and that right there, the grown-up villager can't get out of this thing. No way, not a chance. Maybe the baby will try and pathfind that way, and then it'll be good. If it doesn't pathfind that way automatically, I could just do boats. Boats are really good for moving villagers around. Minecarts are great too, if you don't let them get away. Okay, look, these powered rails have to go. They're causing a big problem. We're going to do no powered rails this time, once I get the minecart back. And maybe start the powered rails, like, over here, so I have a chance to, like, catch the minecart. All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. I can feel it this time. This is definitely the time. Minecart is in the position. Let's go. These are all my beds now. You don't get to jump on the bed anymore. In fact, actually, you know what? You jump on the bed right over there. Go to that bed and jump. Go. Yes, exactly. Now, maybe just jump over. Yep, right there. Perfect. Okay, baby, I'm so sorry. You'll see your parents again one day, but for now, not today. We're going to go all the way up into the farm. Let's go. Keep it moving. Perfect. All right, so far, so good. That leaves us with one final cell that we need to get villagers inside of, which is going to be this one right here. All we need to do is turn the rail line like that this time, drop them right inside of there with the minecart, and we should be good to go. It's that easy. This is like the hardest part of the farm, too. All right, I think it's happening. I think I see a heart. Yes, definitely, it's happening. For the 3rd time, the last method worked really, really well, so what I'm going to do is jump in there and take the other beds away. The baby will go to this one. I'll push it in. It's happening. Come on. Okay, baby, let's go. Perfect. Okay, so we take these away. We take this one away, too. Baby goes over there. Minecart right there. And no. Forget your parent. Go inside of the minecart. Minecart, yes, perfect. And you leave. Slowly, you leave. All right, thanks, villagers. That was great. You can keep the beds, actually. Really, you were so helpful today. I'll leave your room expanded. So anyways, back up here on top of the farm, villager number 3 is inside of its cell now, which is perfect. We can take the minecart back and jump out of this thing and move on to the next step. Now, for the next step, we're going to need building blocks. A lot of building blocks. The type of building block doesn't really matter so long as the building blocks are solid building blocks that won't burn. So something like deep slate. Deep slate would be perfect. Deep slate. Deep slate is great. It's going to be perfect for this. To start everything off, we're going to start by creating a 7x8 platform. So this way, we're going to go 7 blocks. That's going to line up perfectly with this. And then the other direction, we're going to go 8. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and fill this thing in. Now, I'm thinking about the design here. I'm thinking deep slate on the side. The deep slate is going to look really, really good. And then on the inside, even more deep slate. Deep slate is going to look so amazing. It is just going to look really good. Now, I made too many slabs, so I think what I could do here is just double up on the slabs. It'll be fine. Slabs are fine. They won't affect the farm at all. Now, before you fully close this thing off, definitely make sure you have a light inside of the farm. And also, you can actually go ahead and remove that block above the zombie now because we're going to put blocks up here instead. So what we'll do, pretty simple, is fill all of this in with my slabs, or just solid building blocks. Again, no burning. Next up, we're going to double up on this platform. We're going to start with a row of staircases, though. The staircases are going to face this way towards, I guess, like this side of the farm, and we're going to do 1 row of them. After that, everything is the same. We're just going to fill everything else in with the blocks that we were using before. So we'll do polished deep slate around the edge. It looks so amazing. And then the best version of deep slate, the tiles in the middle. If you play on Java and you never built an iron farm before, you're missing out. Honestly, I highly recommend it. They are so easy to set up nowadays, and they're so game-changing. Once you set one of these things up in your world the first time, you will never be able to play this game without setting one up in your world again. So next up, we're going to finish off the platform by doing staircases facing off the side right here. This is where we're going to drop the iron golems down, then we're going to fill it in. I'm going to do the same thing, outline this thing with polished deep slate, and then fill in the inside with a little bit of deep slate tiles. Deep slate tiles look so good. Combination looks pretty nice too. We're good. That's all finished. So next up, we're going to need walls. We're going to put water on top of this platform. The walls are going to hold the water on top of the platform without allowing the iron golems to spawn on the side of this thing. If we were to use solid blocks on this thing to hold the water in, that would be great. The water would be held in. However, the iron golems might be able to spawn on those solid blocks and then do whatever they want, including idle around on top of the farm, slowing it down. That's not good. On this side of the farm, 1 block past it, 7 walls just like that. On the corner, you could fill it in, or you don't have to. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to fill it in. I think it looks better like that. On the back side of the farm, we run the walls like this and then step down over here and go right over to there. Then same thing, you could fill in the corners, or you don't have to. I'm not going to fill in the corners because, again, I think it looks better. Walls over here on this side, again 7, but this time we actually go 1 block past, so that makes 8. And then over here, same thing, we have the walls continue out this way and then step down a little bit if you want. It doesn't really matter. The walls continue like that and end right there. Next, we need signs. Signs are great because they're one of the only wood things in the game that is completely non-burnable. It doesn't matter the type of sign. It could be a spruce sign. It will never burn. 3 signs, 1 block in front of the staircases right here, placed on each other. These signs will stop the water from flowing over the edge. There are 2 goals with this farm. Spawn iron golems and move the iron golems off of the farm as fast as possible. To move them off of this farm as fast as possible, water. 100% water is the best way to go by far. We're going to start by placing a line of water at the back of this farm along the 7 block long side right there, so it goes to the staircases. It should end right on the staircases like that. It looks a little bit weird right here, but it doesn't really matter. The staircases are very, very important. If you use solid blocks right here, the iron golems can actually hang onto the block a little bit. It's annoying. The staircases stop that from happening. Iron golems will spawn on top of this platform, and then because of the water, be pushed all the way over here. They can't swim against the current. To finish everything up, a water source right there, and then 1 more water source right here in this back corner too. Water will even out. It'll flow right over to the signs, and now we're good. All we need to do is set up a spot to take the iron golems out straight down here. So at this point in the build, there are 2 main options that you could do. You could set up the iron golem removing chamber with the lava blade and everything attached to the farm, keep it all compact. I think that's what I did in the tutorial. Or you could set it up on the ground. The benefit of setting it up on the ground is technically the iron golem gets moved away from the villagers a little bit faster, which means the villagers can spawn another iron golem a little bit faster. If you decide to go the route of dropping the iron golem, try and drop them like 15 to 20 blocks, at least. Now earlier on in this series, when I was setting the iron farm up inside of the jungle, I came up with a design that worked out pretty much perfectly for iron golem removal down on the ground. What we're going to do is start with this shape right here. We have a 3x3 in the middle. The 3x3 is going to be lined up perfectly with the center staircase that drops off of the platform. The one potential downside of setting up this removal area down on the ground, you need fence gates, and not just any fence gate. You will need crimson or warped fence gates, the ones that don't burn. At least one. Now, I'm not sure. I've never tested it before, but you could probably try and use 1 fence gate and then just place signs off of the fence gate. It might end up working out. I'm not too sure. But if you go with the nether fence gates, 8 of them, placed just like this, in a ring all the way around the edge so water doesn't fall into the middle. Next up, one layer below the fence gates, we need solid blocks. We've already had those solid blocks there for a while, though. We're going to need another row of solid blocks right in here. This time I'm going to go with a polished deep slate. I think it's going to be good. I'll leave it way out right there. And then finally, a third layer right here. We're going to go back to deep slate tiles. It looks so nice. And then after that, a floor of hoppers. So hoppers, that's the funny part. So back to the hopper thing again. Do I have enough iron right now to make all of the hoppers that I need for the build? I do. And I have 43 left. Oh, that's good. But you know, I think I might actually end up needing one more hopper. 10. Alright, so when it comes to item collection, not too sure exactly what I'm going to end up doing yet on the final version of the farm, but for sure, item collection on the front of the farm, I feel like that makes sense, which means double chest right there. This side is going to be the front because it's closest to everything that I have. Maybe I'll run a path over or something. I'm not too sure. No matter what, double chest or something like it right there, and then down here, inside of the thing, hoppers. We actually ended up needing 10 of them, linking to each other, all going into the double chest. These hoppers will pick up all of the drops. After the floor of hopper, we skip this block right here. It stays open, and then we need a floor of signs. All of the signs get placed on the walls, and then they get placed on each other. Again, crouch place the signs on the signs to keep placing the signs. You don't need the nether type of signs. Signs will never burn. Then we can actually go ahead and fully close that up. The farm is basically done. We just need lava, which means I need to take down some of this forest. I don't need a fire. Iron farm, easy, not a problem. I could design one of those things from scratch. It's very simple. But lava burn radius, I have no clue. I don't know how much, what will get burned by the lava and not. I think what I'm going to do is take down this tree. Those ones should be good. Hopefully those are good too. Those ones should be good, I think. And I'll take out all of the ferns, of course. And then I hope nothing else burns. Hopefully. Tiny bit more time, a little bit of terraforming later, and we end up with something that looks like this. I came up with a pretty simple bridge in here. It's cobblestone. It's a little bit of wood. Hopefully it won't burn. I made a lake in here. I mean, I figured burning fire. I can't really do my normal terraforming where we put like coarse dirt and bushes and everything. So a lake. I put a lake in here. It wraps around this way. It actually goes a little bit down. There was an underground lake there, so I opened it up, and then it wraps back around into this lake right here. Now over here, I didn't go too crazy with the terraforming, but in this area, I focused way more on it. I put a little bit of rocks. I put some sweet berry bushes, bone mealed the water, a small stream. I think it looks pretty nice. Over here, the item collection, this is what I came up with. A couple staircases, it goes down to the chest right there. It's not really the best way to blend the bridge out, but I couldn't do wood. Now, speaking of wood, hopefully this is good. I'm not too sure. Only time will tell. Now, finishing off this area right here, we put a water source right there. We put another water source right here. Another water source over here. It's all symmetrical, really, so it's pretty straightforward. And then finally, one more water source over here. And now looking at the water, it's all flowing pretty right, but it's still kind of wrong. We don't want this flowing backwards right there, so easy fix. A couple more water sources. One in this corner right here. This corner right here. That corner. And finally, this corner right here. Now, the walls in here, they're optional. You could just do solid blocks or something like that. I thought the walls looked kind of nice, and then I did this concrete ring around the thing. Now, if I notice any problems with this, I'll be sure to keep you updated. I don't think it's going to be a problem, though. For the most part, the iron golems fall off of the farm and land right near the center, and the water is really just to help them. But like I said, if there's a problem, I think what I'll do is come back in here and put slabs or something, and then I should be good. So now with all these water sources placed down, flowing towards the middle, and everything set up just like this, it's lava bucket time. Now you gotta be really, really careful because lava, you don't want to fall into this thing. Basically, what we need to do is move over this thing somehow and get a lava bucket placed right in the middle sign. Aha. This is gonna be a little bit tricky. Maybe like this. We have a block right here we can inch over and dump it. Aha, exactly, perfect, just like that. Now we need to get out of here. This block is goodbye forever. That block is 2. That block is 2. I can keep this. Nope, that's gone too. All right, that's fine. So now we have lava dumped right there, which means fire. So now we find out if any of these trees are going to burn. Thankfully, the closest buildings, at least that one, is made out of basically all stone, so it'll be good. That one, not so much. With that thing set up down there on the ground and the water all good up top, all we need to do is move back over to this thing and take this block out, this block out, this block, and this block. Now, we're going to replace this one with a solid block because we can. And these other blocks, they just stay gone. Eventually, the villager is going to realize that the zombie is sitting right there, and they're going to start freaking out. Depending on where your villagers are standing and how things have been going, this could take a little bit of time to get started, or it might start running instantly. There we go. The first one. There we go, right there. I turned around and it fell. Now, the villagers aren't even running around, which is really strange. But, I mean, hey, there's an iron golem there. There's no denying that it is definitely working now. That's amazing. So, the iron golem is going to take a lava bath and then be turned into ingots right there. 8 iron ingots. That's not bad. Now, this thing is going to run continuously as long as we're over here at the base now, which is really, really nice. But there is one final thing that I need to do to this farm today. This beautiful looking dirt scaffolding, all of it needs to go away. We don't need this anymore because look at that. That's not good. I'm going to have to deal with that problem. You know what? Maybe you could just live at my base. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you will just walk around. That'll be cool. I give you a couple night times and you'll probably be gone. Yeah, so nighttime. For this farm to continue to work long term, the villagers need to be able to sleep. Now, good news, villagers can actually sleep a little bit earlier than players can, but if for whatever reason you just seem to be having a little bit of trouble with your farm, try giving it a little bit of time. Meaning like stay up at nighttime for a little bit just to be sure that the villagers can actually sleep. It's very important. I hate the torches, really, they're terrible looking. Who would have put them there? They ruined the aesthetic of the entire build. I think I'm gonna climb back up there and swap the torches out for shroomlight or something, because the torches are so bad. But iron farm. So I've seen at least 3 iron golems drop off of this thing by now. 17. And 3 poppies too.
Nice.
Iron farm, there it is. Easy, automatic, infinite iron. Forever. Episode 166, comment of the day. Question for Waddles. Why do you use a sword instead of an axe? Right now, durability. It all comes down to durability. When you take something out with an axe, it loses a little bit more durability, and I don't like it. Okay, actually, it comes down to 2 things. Durability and enchantments. The enchantments on the sword are just better too. Whenever the combat actually ends up getting updated, if it actually still does, things are going to be changing, and I think an axe will be way, way more useful for combat, but right now, the enchantments on the sword, especially this one right here, like, that's really, really built up. The axe is nice for, like, emergencies or things like that, but, like, the enchantments, specifically looting 3, I hope that when combat gets redone, looting actually becomes an axe enchantment too, because after all, the axe kind of is for combat, so I feel like looting 3 makes sense, but definitely not things like sweeping edge or sharpeners. I feel like those are definitely always sword enchantments. And so, just like that, with the completion of the iron farm, we now have easy infinite iron, and the great upgrade, the thing that we've been working on for like, basically 10 episodes now, I think is fully complete. We've basically fully caught up to where we were in the jungle. Kind of. But not really at all. We have good armor now, we've taken on the dragon, we have an iron farm, which is huge. Basically, all we need is the elytra. And I mean tons of other farms too, but that's not the point. Big thank you to my patrons, Divins, Violet Pirate 3, and Dark Panther 7. So big question for you at the end of the episode. Does Crazy Cow Spinks go back, or do I leave it like this? Like, it kind of looks sweet. I don't know. If you have an opinion, definitely throw that down in the comments below. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Goodbye, everyone.